Are we on? Hey, it's Max McAllister from Traction Dynamics here this morning. We're on the last steps of getting our super custom Goldwing together here that you've been watching probably for a few months if you follow my channel. We're ready to put the seat on, but before I did that, I wanted to show you a really great accessory the owner came across. This is a very extensively modified bike electronically, tons of electronic upgrades. We had started out to use this accessory fuse block. It's made by Showchrome and Big Bike Accessories. I wasn't happy with it, and particularly why is the wires are difficult to get into these terminal blocks here. But when they are, this entire box is completely open and exposed to the environment basically at all times. There's no waterproofing in this box at all. So rain, dirt, wind, dust, whatever you've got, which all goes under the seat of a Goldwing, will just go right into this box. It's wide open. I'm not even sure why they have a screw-on lid for it. You could just have a pop-off like Honda has on the bike originally, because there's nothing watertight sealed or anything in here. So I was concerned about the reliability of this, not for a day, but over the life of the bike. So wasn't pleased or impressed, and I just didn't think it was going to be very good. So I tried to find ways around using this, but that put the owner on a search, and he came up with what is an awesome product that I wanted to tell you about. This is a product from a company called Amplink, and this is their power distribution module. They have a couple of these, but this is their latest greatest. It's by Row Electronics. This is singularly one of the nicest electronic accessories I've ever seen for the Honda Goldwing. It's awesome. Here it is on the bike. It's a small box here. This is totally electronic and completely waterproof and sealed. So it's a series of electronic circuit breakers. So there's no fuses in this. There's nothing to ever, pop or break or blow out. If you have some sort of a fault or a short with any of the electrical accessories, an internal circuit breaker trips, and it'll stop that item from working. And even more slickly is the unit communicates with a mobile phone app. So I can't show you that because my phone is my recording studio here. So, but a very slick app that literally a child could use. It requires no electrical engineering knowledge, experience, degree. It's not complex or tricky to figure out. It's got a monitor page and you can where you see the 6 outputs that are available from it. So you have 6 accessory wires you can plumb into it. And then on another tab, it has settings. On the settings, you name which the accessory is going to be. You choose the amperage. So in other words, as if what's the fuse going to be? So you can choose anywhere from it's very low to very high. So so for heated clothing, you just punch up 15 amps. For your radar detector, you punch up 5 amps and set it. It's very simple. It has another neat feature, which is a delay before it turns on that circuit. So when you turn your bike on, instead of having all the heated clothing and everything come on and put a big draw on the battery, you have a delay and you can program that in seconds. So I set this bike to 10 seconds, gives you time to flick the switches, hit the start button, let the bike start, get running and idling, and then then those circuits will come on automatically and start working just on a timed basis. It's really clean. It's really sweet. All that's involved with it is it has a harness of wires that come out of it. There's a main wire that goes to the power wire of your battery, a ground wire, makes perfect sense, and then 3 wires that are available. They're called triggers. One of those has to be wired up, and that's basically to tell the unit, hey, the motorcycle's on. So that's to a switched 12-volt source. Very easy to find. Your accessory terminal on your Honda Goldwing, that's a switched 12-volt source. Very easy. So you can put it right there. Your work's done. And then you connect your accessories to the 6 output wires. Now, a slick use for the other trigger wires is, in this case, I wired all 3 to 12-volt switched on this bike. But what you do is you go into the app, and again on the setup tab, you can pick each output wire and you choose which one of the triggers is going to turn it on or off. And then you can enable or disable the triggers. Now let me explain why you would want that. Okay, so what we've done is he has heated clothing and in other assorted accessories. Well, you're not going to use your heated clothing, 9 months of the year, let's pretend, for most people. Okay, if that's the case, why do I want this thing distributing power and turning on my heated power clothing ports and switches and such all year long, and powering up the switches and everything? It just doesn't make any sense. So that trigger, we set the heated clothing to one of the 3 triggers. We disable it. Whenever the owner wants his heated clothing, he enables the trigger. Bang, it comes on. Everything else comes on normally all year long. So that's a neat example of how to use it. I don't want to make it sound any more complicated than it is. It's so simple. It is so slick and so clean, totally waterproof, super high quality. Like when you take it out of the package, you know that thing is a really high quality item. So highly recommended. Totally cleans up the Goldwing, gets rid of all kinds of mess. It's a wonderful product. And I don't know the price of it because I didn't buy it, but you'll just have to go look online. So that's my tip for the day for accessories. And by the way, this isn't a Goldwing specific product. Harley Davidson, it doesn't matter. If you're putting accessories on your bike, any kind of lighting, any kind of accessory, doesn't matter. This will handle the thing with no fuses. And actually, one more tip, anything that has fuses in line, you can cut them out to clean up the wiring. You don't need to leave fuses in line anymore. Bulky fuses, which are placed for contamination, corrosion, failure, fuses break, rattle, vibrate, come apart. This thing, you just cut that out of the line, connect the output wire, and you're in business. So super awesome product. All right, well, we're down to putting the seat on the Goldwing. So we'll be back later with a kind of a final reveal video of this. So thanks a lot.